Today we're in the heart of northwestern Virginia, where the ancient Appalachians embrace the land and the rhythm of the wild turkey echoes through its valleys. We've traveled over 275 miles from Morgantown, West Virginia, with the outcome of bagging a gobbler or possibly eating tag soup. We arrived on Thursday with the night still young, only able to shove down a few grilled cheese and some pickle shots before a day of scouting. The season doesn't start until Saturday, so we've got the opportunity to survey the land. It's now Friday, so we're up early looking for any signs of a chance to score.
What's up, guys? It's Friday, the April 12th is the day before Virginia turkey season. We're going to go do some scouting today. We've never really come down here before on the day before season, so we just wanted to get some boots on the ground and see what we can find. It rained last night pretty hard, so I'm not sure if it's going to if the birds are going to talk or not, but it's worth a shot. So let's see if we go what we can find.
When hunting public property, it's always a good idea to survey the land. Really get a good feel of what's going to be ahead of you for the day of the hunt. Leaving out this crucial step can only put you farther behind the next guy who's going to beat you out to that spot the following day. So we did exactly that, spending the duration of Friday looking for anything and everything that we could find. And by doing so, it paid off.
Did you hear him?
Now we have an idea of where to start tomorrow, already putting ourselves ahead of the game. Throughout the scout, Luke decides it's a great idea to run a few more calls, hoping we can possibly find another gobbler for a backup plan or even to strike this one up a second time. Really dialing in his location. This is only my second year turkey hunting after me and Luke got one back home in West Virginia. I'll never forget the excitement behind hearing my first gobble and not knowing what I was truly getting myself into. Over the years I had been deer hunting a million times, but it was nothing compared to this. You can say I was hooked.
That was the first gobble of the year.
Yeah.
That got me excited. It sounded like an immature.
It sounded soft.
That's crazy.
So when Luke invited me and Aaron down to Virginia, I knew I had to tag along. I had never gotten the chance to stay in Virginia, let alone getting to hunt there, so it was a 2-in-1 for me. Through the years, my dad and his brother have always tried to convey to me the exhilarating experiences of turkey.
It's gonna be real, and I'm gonna be like,
and I always try to take in as much information as possible. And if there's one guy who can give you all the tips you need, it's Luke.
I don't want to push him.
I was just thinking about going up on the ridge, giving a call, and see if it's a right look.
You're talking about this ridge up here, right?
No.
I think we're getting onto something here. I mean, you're obviously not seeing any sign whatsoever up here.
The only one we saw was on the road coming up here.
And it looked like one turkey.
Yeah.
And it could have been him. I mean, he's just walking and scratching. It didn't look like multiple turkeys. So that bird that we heard down here, I was telling them I think there's a good chance we'll hear it on that road we walked down on the way up because the wind's coming over the ridge top. I think with this, maybe an owl call and get them fired up.
Yeah.
But if not, we still know that there is a bird there. And that is something we can bank on tomorrow morning if we have to. So another key area we need to find is like thick CRP. And CRP is like tall grasses. It's just junk grass. Nothing eats it. It's thick. Hens like that for nesting. So wherever the hens are, the gobblers are going to be. So water, nesting, and green source are like the 3 main factors. They'll eat clover. I mean, they'll eat acorns, scratching, but green source, they love clover. Crickets in the grass and all that stuff. And just like you're spitting out information, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I look for. That's what I look for in hunting videos. What can I learn from this, you know?
Exactly.
What was that? Did you hear that? No, like.
I heard Aaron toot a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on each step. It was like,
Speak to me, old toothless one.
he was adding sound effects to the video. Each time.
And the thunder rolls. Hey, they gobble at thunder.
Can you imagine if a turkey gobbled a fart? Just rip one big one back.
I don't think I could shoot it. I would be laughing so hard.
Be a stinky bird.
Oh, like I said, once the sun hits that bottom, they're going to fan out, dry up, and they're going to get fired up.
Yeah.
Birds,
I think so too.
I've killed the majority of my birds anywhere from 10 to noon. They, you know, a lot of hunters give up because of that, and because they get henned up in the morning, and 10 o'clock's around, it's time to go home. But actually 10 o'clock is when they leave those hens and try to find new hens.
Yeah.
And I've killed a lot of birds that way.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Don't litter, people. I'm just kicking this out of the road.
It's been there.
You people need help that litter.
Yeah.
That's probably top 5 creepiest things I've seen in the woods. I'll see how far we can get Bethany's car out that hill. Yeah, we'll drive up that way. Even if I just have to get out and stand there.
On the other side of there, I saw something brown, but can't see it anymore.
If it was brown, it might have been a hen.
Yeah. It stuck out of the
Herd crow. I think I see what you're talking about right there.
It's way on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it anymore. Don't worry about me.
Let me get out real quick. I'm just going to hoot real quick. We'll go up here and we'll see if we can access it. But I like to go up the other way too. Oh, this is at least a year-old clear cut. 2.5 years. I say last year. This stuff, maybe a couple. But either way, it's not open like we thought it was. Yeah, I'm glad we did, because if we came here in the morning,
Wasted a lot of time.
a lot of time, yeah. This is the beginning of the clear cut, and this is what it's all gonna look like. I mean, I can see maybe a hen nesting in here. I mean, that does, it's pretty thick though, so maybe not. I said we stay here for like 20, 30 more minutes, just because what time did we get up here yesterday? We left, did we get here like at 7? So, I mean, I think, like, I didn't expect much gobbling this morning, because they were probably up all night trying to stay balanced on a tree limb. I know it's supposed to be gusty all day. It's just supposed to get worse throughout the day. But I think we should just drive around when we do finally go. And I think we should hit every creek bottom possible, every valley possible, because that's where they're going to be. They're not going to be out in the fields on the public right now, because there's people who've already been walking through them. How many hunters did we drive by? 3? That guy, 2 pass. So it's pretty busy out, but I think that a lot of people are going to give up early because of the winds. They're supposed to pick up real bad around 10. That's our game plan right now, and I mean, that could very well work. This is going to be a challenge today. Tomorrow's supposed to look a lot better. The winds are not supposed to be bad at all. So if anything, if we can take anything out today, we can just scout more, find more sign, and try to cover ground. Hunting's 90% scouting. If that's what it takes to get a bird, we're going to do that. So we hiked 10 miles yesterday, and we didn't find no sign. You guys will obviously see that, but there somewhere, I believe. I don't think he was as far as we think. I told Aaron yesterday, I was like, the wind was blowing really hard when we heard him. It sounded like he was down near that creek. That creek will block out a lot of noise too, so I think he was closer than we thought. We got this. It's a beautiful day. We got still 6 hours to hunt today. It'll be all right. We're going to get on some birds. I do not want to call. I won't be able to call him across that valley. We got a thing with turkey. That's that turkey we heard yesterday. He's on this point right here. He could probably literally see us right now if we got up and moved. We heard one. Let's go. I'm stomach is hurting. I got cold chills, brother. It ain't from the turkey goblin. Hey, I think we should drop back off and circle. That way? Yeah. We'd have to cross the stream, right? Yeah. Because I feel like if we go that way and he's on that point, he's just going to be looking. Luke, the wind picks up. He's going to jump down towards us. Yeah. So we can park down at the bottom. Yeah. See if we can jump down. Go back that way. Stay low. That point right there. He's down to right around the point. Oh, shh. Yeah, he's literally right there on that point. Up to that bottom. Either way. Okay, let's go. No, don't get me so, please. Oh, don't fall. Deer. That second one looks like a deer, didn't it? That second one looked like a deer, didn't it? Okay. Bet I left my new mouth call up on that hill. A new one. Oh, wait, I got it. This looks like a place he would strut. We were talking yesterday. I just wonder if he could. He might fly across this creek. Okay. Did you hear him? Did he gobble his faint? There's no need to rush. All right, listen, fellas. Okay, let's go. He's up top. All right, guys. We were just across the creek. We had to cross it again. We struck him up on this point one time. I haven't called to him since. We're going to try to drag him off this point. Aaron's going to probably set out the decoy. We heard a real hen cutting over. That was a real hen, right? That was pretty quick. It sounded real. So, I don't know, but we need to get up on this point. All right, now. I could tell, like, and like that last move, I don't think that did anything like bad for us. When we sat down and then I got him to gobble one more time, I think he was far enough over the hill where it didn't matter. That was exciting though. Got my heart racing. It probably didn't come in because I couldn't breathe. I was breathing so hard because I was calling. It sounded like a dying hen. That's a good start though. Heard a couple gunshots in the distance. I heard one back towards.
I heard a couple that way.
I don't think I don't know though. He might have had hens with him. I guarantee I know where they probably went straight down that creek bottom though. Give him a couple hours to do his thing. About 10 o'clock, I shot him a call. I always typically lose one slate or striker every single year.
I'm sure we'll find out.
I found it. I didn't find the striker. I found the slate. This is Luke. This is why you lose things. You blended in pretty well. I'm just a log. I don't regret anything we did. I think that was the smartest thing we could possibly do, is come down and around. I thought we were going to get it there first. I really did. Well, we know. There's one here. This thing keeps leaking and my shirt is soaking wet because of it. I don't want to go after him until he starts gobbling again. Why is it doing that? Ah. That makes sense. I say, either we have waited out here, which, I don't know if we want to do that or not, but if we do decide to leave, we can always come back in a couple hours, see if we can strike them up, because it's hard to tell when they'll strike up, but he's not gobbling for one reason. That has to be a hen, unless something spooked him. And I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to second guess myself, because I know there's no way that we spooked him. Like, I don't even know if he could hear me running up this, because he sounded 50 plus yards over that hill, down over. I think he has to be working to this creek bottom right here. That's my guess. So we believe that gobbler had some hens with him. We never heard him, but we were less than 100 yards from him, and he just went the exact opposite direction of us. He has to be down in this bottom here. I don't know what it's like down there, but when we were on the... Yeah, we will. And when we were on the other point yesterday, when we were scouting, I looked down in that bowl and it seemed pretty open and flat down in there. So I say that's where he went. That's just part of hunting. I can't be mad at it. We didn't do nothing wrong. It's just, that's how it goes sometimes.
We should be here in morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say there, which is fine.
No, don't say that, because I don't want to talk. I was pretty intelligent there.
Yeah, you were. I think we should come back here in the morning if we hear nothing today. If we have no more luck today, if we don't roost one, I think we should be back here.
Yeah, and because we've crossed the river twice.
Yeah.
If we can just stay on this side and find an easy way, we can get up here before sunlight.
I think that, these are all pretty good mature trees he's roosting in. He had to be right here this morning when he was roosted. And he gobbled when he flew down. He didn't gobble when the roost, it didn't sound like. We don't even have to come out this far tomorrow morning. If we just 100 yards that way. Yeah. I believe what I saw. I get better looking every day. See, look, this is all old scratching. Yeah. I mean, look at all this. Yeah, this is probably a week old, maybe, but they're still here, though. I mean, obviously. Let me see that crow call, Jimmy. I'll take this. This ain't the crow call, remember? We've talked about this. No, this is the out call. Then we don't have a crow call. I can't remember their night. I was like, that's a distressed rabbit, and that's an out call.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
The reason why I can tell it's a pine is because of the way it looks. Alright, well, we'll come back later and try to strike one up. I know there's a bowl right there, and it's pretty open, but this looks, I say he's within 300 yards of us right now. Just that way, and
No reason to push him further.
no. I wish. Yeah, let's find the access. Should we? Yeah, we should. Yeah, because the parking lot's over there. Yeah. Well, we were talking about him roosting right here, and I think he's doing his business right here. Oh yeah, I'm sure it just does shoot your hand.
Oh, that label man said, son, now can you sing a little bit more clear? Said your voice might be too country next to what they've been here. Can you sing a little more about outlaws and the way things used to be? Said you just worry about writing them songs, leave everything else to me. Well, my daddy never wrote any old famous country songs. Papa never stayed out.
Obviously, we're trout fishing now because it's super windy to turkey hunt, and it's just impossible to hear anything right now. And honestly, it's not the safest thing to do because the winds are supposed to get up to almost 50 miles per hour today at some points, and I don't feel safe being under trees. And so we're just going to fish probably the majority of the day. If it does happen to die down, we're going to go try to get another bird goblin, but we know where we're going in the morning for a fact. We're going to try to put him to bed tonight, but until then, we're just going to slay some trout. It's a little brownie. We're trying to get them big rainbows. He's going to taste good. I got to try it under the bridge right here first. This is about half of it today. We took the other half. We went home and took a nap and then got some food. But this is the second. Let's go tuck our gobbler in for the night. Make sure he's gonna be okay. Oh, that was your stomach? It was like,
That's the way it goes in this day and age. Ain't gotta read between the lines, now you just gotta turn the page. Well, the most outlaw thing that I ever done was find a good woman, give her a ring, and that's the way it goes. Life ain't fair and the world is mean. That's the way it goes. Life ain't fair and the world is mean.
got me some bean water. Were you in Miss Jones's class when that happened? Yeah, you were. You're in my history class with Miss Jones. With Miss Jones. Ben Smith knocked over his coffee. Miss Jones was like, "Ben, you're not supposed to have drinks in here, but water." He was like, "It's just bean water." Let's get his gobbler.
Showed up, and ain't nobody here. Waking up just half hour earlier.
Yep. All right.
That's kind of cool. That's real loud. Yeah, that's not real loud. That first. fence on this spot and head down that way. Grab the decoy. We'll stay out till noon today, so we got plenty of time. It's a beautiful day. It's just cold. We're gonna be bird fires.
I think we should just sit down and just wait it out. You can eat your sandwich, but I don't want to press too much because I don't know where they are. And over there, it's like probably half a mile though, is where the top of the ridge is where we parked. It's like 4 ridges meet down in the bottom. You can just go any direction, but I just don't get why he didn't gobble this morning. Something had to bump him last night. Maybe he had a hen right beside him. He didn't need a gobble, but it's just strange because we haven't heard one. So it's something they're not liking. So hopefully I'm banking off when the sun comes up and they start to warm up a little. They're gonna let it go. Yeah, let's pick a comfy spot. Before I called, and once I did, he's down in the holler around the hillside. That way or over there? Like down that way. Like he's around that hill. Yeah, he's down in the holler around the hill. So we're gonna drop down over this hill and work up like the creek. No, hens probably took him away from us. Yeah. That's a good thing. No, yeah. We're getting this bird. It's gonna take all day, maybe, but we're getting this bird.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Right here on the map, on this ridge system, he dropped down in this ravine. I think he's like right there somewhere. He sounded like he was right there. Okay. Did you hear him? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just hear it. Yeah, they had asked me. I was like, I didn't hear it, but he did. So. I don't know if he can hear there. He might be coming. I don't know. I can't really see right here. That one. You think I can get to that? We'll just stay here right now. Okay. That sound closer. Oh, okay, I'll just stay here. Do you hear that? He's staying in the same place. Aaron. Where's my stick? Stay here. I'm going to that tree right in front of that log right there. So I can see over it. So I can see over it. You coming? Yeah. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get super aggressive. And we're going to walk normally. We're going to walk in there, act like we're turkeys. Every couple steps, we scratch. We won't have to, if we keep the hill between us and him, and we just sound like turkeys, he's not going to spook. Okay? We'll come back up and get the decoy. What is it?
You're watching, dude. You know, I think he came to us.
I think.
And then we moved up.
I don't think so. Because he was gobbling before he got over here. Like we were up there and he heard us calling, he gobbled, and he still came over here. I think that.
Because we were calling down here.
Yeah.
We were there for a while.
Yeah. And he stood
And then as soon as we got up here,
we called.
and he was down where we were.
Yeah. But the
Or past
I'm not so sad that when he stood there and called, he did gobble, but he did finally work his way over here. And I think it was him to just keep pulling him away.
Yeah.
I really think that's the case. I heard scratching.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that was him this time. I mean, he had to drop over that edge. I don't think we spooked him right there, did we?
I think he just kept on going.
they're up here.
I'm gonna try. I never typically call that much, but
He just kept
I
gobbling.
just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I was giving them everything I had. That's a smart bird up there. All right, guys. Well, it's the last day. we're going to have to give it all we got. We got till noon this morning. Got my dad with me.
The expert.
The expert. So maybe that's why we haven't killed a bird, but we didn't hear him last night, so we're going to have to walk in there blind. But we think we got a general area where he's going to be going during the day, so we're going to try to set up there. We're going to have to try to get to him before the hens do, or it's going to be pretty hard, but we'll catch you guys up there at daybreak.
Was that on this side or was that across the road? We just heard our first gobble this morning. I can't tell if it's down this holler or across the creek on the other side. Private. It's getting pretty quiet this morning. Hopefully they'll fire up soon. Yeah. That's at least a good sign. We heard one this morning. There it is again. That sounds like... That's like at the truck. Look at the truck. Sounds like that. I don't know that elk really play a part in it. He goes down at the bottom. I don't know where at though. That was straight down though. Bouncing all around. It sounds straight down at the bottom. It's hard to tell because it's bouncing off the hills, but I could be wrong, but this is faint enough for me to hear it. I mean, very well could be so dirty. Because he was on the move. Couple more minutes. I'll get closer to this edge. I wonder if that's public. Yeah, that's where he was yesterday. That's public over there. I mean, across the creek, all the way up to that logging area was public. We just heard him down in the bottom. It was actually closer to our truck than anything. Hopefully he's working this way. He sounded closer that time. I think he's around that from what we first started on the first day we were here. But the sign's up here, so hopefully he'll work back this way. We won't have to do much walking.
gobble
Heard him 3 times.
I
Heard him 3 times. But just.
Alright. Wrap it up, boys.
You want me to mess around with that slate a little bit?
Just sit down for another 15 minutes and just see what happens.
If we don't hear anything from them, I think we should go strike up the one we saw yesterday. Driving.
On that,
You know what I'm talking about?
All up the hill,
Yeah.
back to the stream.
Yeah.
That was right on the edge of the public. That field was private, but then the woods was public,
Yeah.
so.
I think that should be our plan. But we'll sit here for 15 minutes. Well, we just spooked him. Aaron heard it. Him gobble again down in his holler, so we decided to go around this point and get out on this flat right here because there's all kinds of scratching in here. So I was literally just about to sit down, and I just heard some wings flapping, and I looked down about 150 yards, and there was a turkey taking off. It looked like a pretty big body too, and we have not heard him since. So that hurts. But we're gonna sit here for 15 minutes just to make sure it wasn't him. We might hear him gobble again, but if that's the case, if that isn't the case, we're gonna go to a different piece of this public. We saw a gobbler out in a field that was on private, but he goes about 5 yards from the public property, so we might be able to strike him up later, but this is part of it, man. It wouldn't be fun if it always went your way. You learn from your mistakes. I don't like mature birds. I like them stupid ones. I like them stupid birds.
You're the hard bird. You're the hunter. But, you know, like I said,
What time is it?
we're trying to set up and he was closer to what we thought.
It's 8:20.
Well, we struck out big time. We're on our way back home now up to Morgantown. This is how it goes sometimes, I guess. And you know, we still learned a lot from it and we still had a great time, but we stopped to get Taco Bell to drown our sorrows. So I'm gonna be going home. West Virginia season opened today, so I'm going home next weekend to do some turkey hunting there, and I think Jimmy might be tagging along. So we'll catch you then, and hope you guys enjoyed this video.